Online, Korean pop culture is everywhere. Mukbangs, K-beauty tutorials, and K-fashion hauls seem inescapable. This is the experience of the Korean wave. Also known as Hallyu, this movement refers to the global popularity and influence of South Korean entertainment and cultural products. The South Korean wave is many things. It is an export strategy, a business strategy, and a soft power strategy for the Korean government. The good of this strategy is to slowly take over digital spaces, the public common, and global culture. Hallyu has directly impacted brand visibility, as is the case with the fashion label Danha, following BLACKPINK's 2020 music video How You Like That. Upon its release in June of 2020, the music video garnered 86.3 million views in the first 24 hours, setting a new Guinness World Record. Danha was one of the many brands to be used in the video, and they recorded 4,000 site visits within the first day. Danha is a small-scale boutique clothing label based in Korea, which prides itself on designing garments which incorporate traditional Korean elements such as pattern design and fabrics to reimagine the Hanbok. Hanbok, translating literally as Korean clothing worn by Korean people, was a term introduced in the 19th century to differentiate pre-colonial clothing from the influx of Western clothing. In contemporary Korea, Western clothing has taken over as the main style of dress worn by Koreans, and the hanbok has been relegated to ceremonial wear. Danha's products are valued for both their Koreanness and commitment to environmental sustainability. But how sustainable are they, and to what extent is sustainability a marketing construct used to shape consumer perceptions? Danha's sustainable label can be understood within the Hallyu phenomenon as contributing to the promotion of Korea's national identity as a modern first world country. Sustainability is a key marketing concept conveying trendiness. Social media's success in disseminating Korean popular culture has led to visible changes in consumer habits worldwide. In 2024, exports of Hallyu-related products and services rose 5.5% from 2023 numbers to a staggering $14.08 billion US, with K-fashion exports to China alone amounting to $545 million. Hallyu's effect on South Korean GDP is tremendous. In 2025, the Korean Culture Ministry announced a budget of 7.067 trillion won, with the focus of creating a global cultural powerhouse. This raging digital relevancy and subsequent political and economic benefit comes at a cost. Beyond the context of the Korean wave, consumption activities are being modeled and promoted more and more on social media. As a result, more people are spending money at higher rates. In developed countries, the personal savings rate has steadily declined over the last 30 years, and this growth is largely attributed to the rise of social media and new technologies. Despite the promotion of sustainable models by various fashion labels, there is still no clear definition of sustainable fashion. According to an interview the label's founder and designer, Danha, gave to Korea Foundation, Danha's initiatives emphasize environmental responsibility while maintaining cultural traditions. This definition of sustainable fashion seems to be roughly in line with the concept sustainable development, a term formally recognized by the UN. At a UN summit in 2015, world leaders including South Korea pledged to work towards 17 outlined sustainable development goals. South Korea has not lived up to its pledge. Despite being ranked 14th in world nominal GDP in 2025, South Korea is ranked 34 on the SDG index. Goals with the lowest performance are consistently related to issues of environmental protection, such as climate action. In this light, Danha is an especially useful brand to promote because its sustainable initiatives contribute to a positive outlook on Korea's implementation of SDGs. An ESG report, published by the Korean Culture and Information Services, a subsidiary of the Ministry of Culture, goes further to specifically identify the environmentally conscious initiatives they employ. Danha's environmental initiatives encompass 3 areas of their operations: material, upcycling, and packaging. Danha uses materials such as organic cotton and recycled polyester. They upcycle bridal wear to make clothing for sustainability education via exhibitions and for resale. Their packaging is eco-friendly, using non-adhesive boxes without tape and parcel bags made with 100% biodegradable resin technology. However, their website fails to provide any information regarding where they are sourcing their textiles. Their organic cotton, which they claim to be grown on land that has been pesticide-free for 3 years, is not guaranteed to be organic. This policy doesn't account for pesticide mobility, like leaching, which will affect this so-called pesticide-free soil if nearby land is being treated. Also, while upcycling bridal wear for sustainability education sounds like a great idea, Danha fails to describe what this actually entails beyond using the word exhibition. Finally, while there are many companies selling bioplastics made from things such as seaweed and potato starch, Danha is simply not transparent enough about where and how these biodegradable materials are made. However, according to their website, they do claim to have an ethical work environment. This presumptively means they're compliant with basic labor laws as outlined in Korea's Labor Standards Act, and no lawsuits have been pursued to indicate otherwise. Marketing of the hanbok is encouraged at the federal level as part of Hallyu. The sacred rituals associated with wearing the hanbok have been declared as national cultural intangible heritage, which creates a distinction between intangible heritage with the physical garments itself. This creates room for the hanbok to be reinterpreted in line with global tastes. Danha's incorporation of Korean aesthetic elements are in line with a general trend amongst Korean fashion designers to self-exoticize their work to expand global consumer interest. Lee Young-hee was a Korean designer active in the 1990s who pioneered the globalization of hanbok attire. She first introduced hanbok-inspired designs in Paris and New York, and they were very popular overseas, but deeply unpopular in the local Korean market. Favorable support of Danha within Korea can therefore be attributed to seismic changes wrought on Korean society and its economy by the Asian financial crisis of 1997 to 1998. Danha's consideration for Korean aesthetics and production alongside the environment reflects some concern for the preservation of Korean heritage. In the same interview Danha gave to Korea Foundation, the designer stated that her brand aims to make hanbok accessible to more people. This is presumably in an effort to maintain the cultural relevance of hanbok in hopes of preventing its extinction. Danha's main strategy for accessibility is to alter some aspects of hanbok which make wearing them inconvenient. Her jogori, which is the upper garment of hanbok, has a shorter sleeve width, bringing the armhole closer to the body. Her wrap skirts are made with enough volume to forego the need for an inner skirt. This helps maintain the traditional silhouette, but with added comfort. Danha incorporates the use of flat pattern method, which is traditionally used to make hanbok. It encompasses cutting pattern pieces from flat pieces of fabric and sewing them together. Danha's designs follow Korean naturalism ideals, which since the Joseon dynasty has been largely defined as a closeness with nature. The result is patterns which are overall unstructured and flat, designed to be shaped by the body of the wearer. They lack the complexity in pattern construction that many form-fitting contemporary Western designs have, such as darts and regular shapes. When the flat pattern method is applied to these simplistic designs, it results in a considerably reduced amount of textile waste compared to draping. The founder of Danha claims this is a loss of 3% compared to 10% for draping. This percentage is puzzling though, as reports show that up to 30% of fabric is wasted in fashion production, which by the way, tends to use the flat pattern method as well. Of course, Danha is a small boutique brand, and smaller production tends to allow for more effective wastage management, so it is likely that less than 30% is being wasted, though 3% is questionable. Looking at Danha's promotion of the hanbok, it becomes clear that their sustainable label is presented to promote international interest in Korean culture to an environmentally conscious audience. It's a marketing tactic. Danha could do with more transparency though. The environmental initiatives seem strong, but their effectiveness is undermined by a lack of information. While their designs contain obviously Korean elements, they could also go further and implement traditional stitching and pattern making techniques, which would further strengthen their sustainability claims on the culture side. Danha presents itself as an exclusive upmarket label with ready-to-wear and a couture line. The price itself prevents the majority of Hallyu followers from purchasing from Danha, attracting a consumer with a disposable income to invest in sustainable pieces. This is the core reason Danha is a trendy brand to promote. Appealing to an upper-class audience communicates refinement in Korean culture that other Hallyu products targeted towards the middle class struggle to reach. While wider en masse cultural exports are valuable for expanding power, you need exclusivity to match reputation. Basically, to be seen as a first world country, you need wealth and power. And to feel like you are, you gotta flaunt it.